cinematography and how it relates to engendering or evoking an emotion for a narrative or for a story is, I mean, that's the essence of cinematography. But I think many cinematographers hone in or focus on lenses, on camera, on stock, on the medium itself. And something that I really love, and which I think is the most potent aspect of cinematography, or thinking about how light and imagery tell stories, is colour itself. You know, not just a colour, but colour contrast, the juxtaposition of colours. And I know that there are colour theorists who describe what particular colours mean. They do have a very unconscious effect, physical effect on you when you watch a movie. And I think sometimes that slips in unconsciously to you as you watch an image. There are great colour theorists from Goethe to present day cinematography theorists like Storaro, who's got great notions on colour and what it means and how it affects your emotions. I love thinking about that, and I've worked with directors who understand that. For instance, we need to talk about Kevin Lynn Ramsey was very specific about red, the colour red, and obviously as a harbinger of doom, also as a signifier of anger or unease. It's a great colour in cinema. We used it extensively in Nocturnal Animals as well, because there's something about it, whatever frequency it has, 900 nanometers or whatever it is, it oscillates, it almost vibrates, that colour. And film is a great way of registering it. Actually, digital hasn't quite achieved that truth in colour, because colour in digital is more of a translation. On film too, but somehow film records deep colours in a very alchemical way, and you get this effect of almost a stained glass window effect with celluloid that I think goes into your head in a way. So we need to talk about Kevin. We played with red quite a lot, and that was an ongoing theme through the film. In Bad Times at El Royale, we used colour as a way of a kind of a photographic signature for each character. It was almost like Cluedo, where each character had a colour dimension. That was a way of separating their identities, but also there was something underlying about the colour character. The red, again, in the Billy Lee character, Chris Hemsworth's character, signifying impending doom and blood and death. And the black and white, the truth and lie of the priest. The mustard and green of the Darlene character played by Cynthia Erivo, having a kind of a purity and innocence.
But if you happen to be in Reno tomorrow, I go in at 6. But I keep on waiting.
The soiled cream white of the little Rose character. It was about defining the character through those colour tropes that they have. Yeah, it's interesting what colour can do to an audience. I love playing with colour in that way. The Greatest Showman, talking about colour, is an entirely different beast, because there was less thought about what the colour meant, but certainly we had to evoke a carnivalesque environment and a circus environment. So colour there was used more in a bombastic, spectacular way, cynically I suppose, but also just for its symphonic effect. I know that Ellen, the costume designer, had great fun working with big, bold colours and reds and purples and greens and yellows. Although we shot it digitally on Alexa 65, the fun of that was working with such bold, colorific imagery, and that extended into our lighting as well. We consciously used gels and went with more saturated colours, and it extended into the DI as well.